Good morning, everybody. Day 3 for me of the challenge. And boom, boom, I'm going to start. Shucks, put my Sharpie away again. Boom, I am going to start with my X today, so I don't forget to do it. For yesterday, y'all saw my temptation, and I prevailed. In fact, it might be the first meal in ages that we actually had biscuits left over. So, actually, I want to talk a little bit about that today. My family's not always the best at helping me build a bunker. More on that in a moment. I want to help you learn how to build that bunker and make starting a habit easier. So, how can you make forming that habit a little bit easier? Yesterday we talked about self-discipline, right? And that it takes only enough self-discipline to run the sprint in order to let the habit take over. What's another word for self-discipline? Somebody said willpower. I heard you. So that's right. Willpower is another way that we could describe self-discipline, right? So most of us have thought for a long time that if you have enough will, there's a way. And that's not always accurate, actually. In fact, that saying probably misled as many people as it's helped over the years. Again, a quote straight from the one thing. We actually only have a certain amount of willpower each day. Willpower is not always on will call. So what that means is it's kind of like a gas tank. Once you've used it, it's gone. And similar to a sprint, sometimes you could be sprinting to create this habit, and if you don't have enough willpower to help you just even push through those moments, you could falter on any given day and start destroying the self-discipline that you're taking in order to complete the 66-day challenge. So what can you do in order to make sure that you have enough willpower to push through those moments? It's going to vary depending on how tightly that bad habit is gripping you, or whatever else you have going on in your life, how it's gripping you. So you may or may not need to set your bunker up a little bit heavily fortified versus other times, right? So, if we want to go back again, because many of mine have been diet focused this year. I've weighed more this year than I've ever weighed in my life. Thank you, quarantine, and just having a more sedentary job than I've had over the years. And now I'm working to regain that and eating healthier and doing all sorts of other things in order to be a happier, healthier person. So that being said, when I wanted to cut out sweets, I went in and trashed my kids' Halloween candy. Sorry kids. I even trashed my stash that I was hiding in the freezer for when I wanted a frozen Snickers bar or Milky Way. And then I went in, and because my wife didn't want to get rid of the Oreos completely, she wanted those for the kids' school lunches. Happy 2020. I actually went back and bought some salty snacks to sit next to the. In fact, here, let me show you. So I bought some salty snacks to sit next to the regular snacks in order to make sure I had some options. So, like, I'm trying to get rid of bread, right? So again, family not super supportive, right? Like, look at all that bread in there. And they are supportive, actually. One of my daughters is giving me a fist bump every morning and night for accomplishing my task. They just like to tease me with it because they know I'm on this journey of growth as well. But here, look. So kid snacks, dad snacks, right? You see that? So I've got the peanuts and the pumpkin seeds and the chickpeas. If I want something salty, I can go and get those salty snacks. Now, or if I want something sweet, I could go get those salty snacks. What else did I do? I actually set myself up for success in the evening too. So if I knew that usually I like to snack and I've run out of willpower by nighttime, I will make sure I have everything I need to sit on the couch. I've got my book, I've got my large cup of water, I've got my notepad, everything I need to sit on the couch at night and sit next to Sarah, and then I'm good to go. Like, I don't have to get up and be tempted by walking by the snack cabinet at night because I've got everything that I need in my space. I do that, by the way, for work as well. If you want a time block for work, and that's a different story, but make sure you have everything you need for what you are doing at that time. So, moving on, like somebody mentioned on our post about making sure they wanted to get up in the morning. When I had that as a habit I wanted to break, I set 2 alarms. not snooze, 2 different alarms, and I set the alarm clock across the bedroom. I don't have an alarm clock anymore, but if I know it's a morning I'm getting up a little bit earlier than usual, I'll even set my phone across the bedroom. So my daughter, Heather, actually, her habit that she's working on, I think she's going to post about it today, is cutting social media down. So she used the tool in the iPhone to restrict how often she could be on social media through the day. It's a great way to create that bunker. So you could also just set up what you need the night before, right? So if you know you're going to work out in the morning, you put your workout clothes out for you ahead of time, right? So what I'm saying is eliminate the excuses. Think through all the excuses that you could have and get rid of them. One by one, set up reasons that those excuses won't come up while you have to go into your willpower and use that energy to move on. Save that willpower up, set up all your events in such a way that you can make sure that the habit you are trying to create is set up for success. So that's it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about substituting and, again, stacking. I wanted to do stacking today, but I promised yesterday that I was going to talk about making things simpler. So tomorrow, habit stacking and substituting your habits. Thanks. See y'all soon.